Good evening all of you my dear students. As you know that in our last class we studied about clauses. In that class we studied the definition of clauses with the help of an example, or we can say in that class we studied the explanation of clauses with the help of an example. Then afterward we studied types of clauses. In that we studied first type, which is independent clause or main clause or principal clause. We studied the explanation of that clause with the help of an example. Then afterward we studied the explanation of dependent clause or subordinate clause with the help of an example. Then after, my dear students, we studied adjective clause, or we can say we studied the explanation of adjective clause with the help of an example. Now today, my dear students, we will study next clause, which is adverb clause. Now see, first of all we will study what is an adverb clause, or we can say that today we will first of all study the explanation of adverb clause. An adverb clause modifies a verb, an adverb or a adjective, which means adverb clause are those clauses which modify or change verb, adverb or adjective. Now afterward, what should be given there? Now see, adverb clauses are introduced by adverbs, and in adverb clauses, if there should be an adverb clause in a sentence, at that time that clause should be just introduced by what? By adverb. So I think that all of you understand the explanation of adverb clause. Now see an example. Although Ram spent week in hospital, he still passed every course. This is an example. If you will see the description of that example, now see what should be given there. Adverb clause. Although Ram spent week in hospital, which means although, see first of all again see the example. Although Ram spent weeks in hospital, he still passed every course. In this sentence, although Ram spent weeks in hospital, this is adverb clause, and in this adverb clause, although is the adverb. In this adverb clause, although is the adverb. So I think that all of you understand the explanation of adverb clause with the help of an example in an easily way. Now see next clause. Next clause is noun clause. Now see the explanation of noun clause, or what is noun clause. A noun clause acts as a noun and therefore can be a subject, object or predicate, which means a noun clause is such type of clause which always act as a noun in a sentence, and therefore can be a subject. There can be a subject, object or predicate. So I think that all of you understand the explanation of noun clause. Now see an example. Whether I can pass the entrance test will determine my future educational opportunities. Now see the explanation of that an example. Whether I can pass the entrance test is a noun clause. In this sentence, whether I can pass the entrance test will determine my future educational opportunity. In this sentence, whether I can pass the entrance test till up to test, this is a noun clause. Now see what should be given there afterward, so that this thing should be just shown here. Whether I can pass the entrance test is a noun clause. Serving as the subject of the sentence, and that clause serve as a subject of a sentence. Now see what should be given there afterward. Whether is the subordinating conjunction, and that particular word whether, what is this? This is subordinating conjunction. So I think that all of you understand the explanation of noun clause with the help of an example. So my dear students, first of all read it, then afterward write it, then afterward learn it. Take care, have a nice day.